Hi everyone, Will here from the St. Johns County Public Library System, and we're back for another edition of Homeschool History. And this one is the first one that I've done recently that the individual, is still alive. So let's jump right into it. So today we're talking about Shirley Ann Jackson, and she's an American physicist. Now, I cannot begin to explain physics to anyone. Math and mathematical sciences are not my forte. However, this lady, she's pretty cool. So I just thought I'd share with everyone here. So when she was born in 1946 in Washington, D.C., science is still dominated by men, and primarily white men. And you get, it's still a little male dominated today, but hopefully that's changing. But her parents were really big on education. So they supported her in all her educational endeavors. And she actually graduated as her valedictorian for her high school, which is Roosevelt Senior High School out of the DC area. She ended up going to MIT. Um, and for those of you who don't know, that's a big physics and other type of sciences university in Massachusetts. It's the Massachusetts Institute for Technology. It's a really hard school to get into. So she started classes in 1964, and she was one of only 20 African American students who were enrolled in the entire university at that time. And she was the only African American student studying theoretical physics. She ended up staying for her doctoral work as well, and she wanted to encourage other African American students to also attend MIT. She received her PhD in 1973, and she's the first African American woman in MIT history to earn that degree in theoretical physics from that university. So not only is she smart, she's a pretty big deal. After her work in school in MIT, she's had a lot of other different types of roles. She started out studying semiconductors for AT&T Bell Laboratories, starting in 1976. By 1995, she's appointed by President Bill Clinton to chair the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. She's the first woman and the first African American to chair that commission, and that's a huge deal. In 1999, she actually becomes the university president at this Polytechnic Institute. She is still the university president for the school. And if you look up the school's website, they have done a whole bunch of awesome things when it comes to science and technology. In 2016, she's actually awarded the National Medal of Science. I would love to explain more of her work, but I'll be honest, I didn't understand all of it myself. But she seems like a pretty cool lady, and obviously if she's getting these appointments, she also knows her stuff as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the hands-on portion of this homeschool history, which is a very simple physics experiment. And we're going to do a buoyancy experiment. So what you're going to need, you need 3 balloons, 3 plastic cups, a marker, and you need water, oil, like vegetable oil, cooking oil, and Dawn soap, the soap you use to wash your dishes with. And you're going to write on your cups water, oil, and soap. Then you're going to fill the cups with water. And you're going to fill the balloons, one with water, one with oil, and one with that soap. And then before you put anything in water, I want to know what you think is going to happen to the balloons. Are they going to sink or float? And while you think about that and get your experiment ready, meet me over to my experiment so I can do it with you. See you guys in a few. All right, so we're here. I got my 3 cups of water. One I've labeled water for my water balloon. I have soap for my soap balloon. And then I have oil for my oil balloon. I've also tried to write on the balloons which one was which, so I personally wouldn't forget. So, I'm going to give you guys a minute to think about what you think might happen here. So, let's go ahead and start with the water. Do we think the water balloon is going to sink or float? Let's find out. So this one kind of floated. You can see it does have some air in the balloon, which could contribute to why it might float. If you have it really full of water, it might sink. I don't know. Let me know what your results are. So now we have our soap, and this is Dawn soap. It's what I had on hand. And let's see what happens with this guy. He sank right to the bottom. So what that means is that Dawn soap is denser than water, so it's heavier, so it sinks straight to the bottom. And now I have a vegetable oil in here, and we're gonna drop him in, and you can see he floats pretty well. For those of you who are also into sharks, this is actually how sharks manage to float. Regular bony fish have a swim bladder that they fill with air to help their buoyancy. Sharks have a really big liver that's full of oil, and that helps them maintain their buoyancy in the ocean and not sink straight to the bottom if they don't want to. So I hope you guys had fun with this experiment, and I hope you share your results with us. So I know this is a shorter one, but I came across Dr. Jackson, and I thought she was just too cool of a lady to not share with y'all. Again, I don't understand all of her work, but she's a pretty cool lady. Anyone who graduates from MIT, I give props to. If you have any other individuals you would like me to do, drop them in the comments below. Give the library a ring, your adult. And if you're comfortable sharing how your experiment went, have an adult tag us on Instagram with a picture. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.